What's up, guys? What's going on today? How you guys doing? So today we're gonna talk about stupid Albuquerque drivers. How about an intro? You guys want an intro? All right, I'll take you to intro. Catch you back on the other side of this corner. Alright guys, so I have a story or two for you guys today. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, and it's kind of not even cold. Anyway, it's a green light, get out of the middle of the fucking street, you stupid fucking hipster playing a goddamn dumb guitar. What a fucking idiot. I wonder if he's any good. Probably not, but he gets a bunch of bitches though. Anyway, so what I want to talk about to you guys today is dumbass Albuquerque drivers. And what happened to my truck? My sexy old truck. My nice little fucking truck. The truck that I use for everything. My truck that I transport DRZs and dirt bikes with. The truck that I drive around when it's cold and when it's rainy and when it's snowy. Has 4x4. It's a Dodge Ram 1500. I thought it was an 02 until I got it right. Realized that the registration said an 01. Anyway, I have a pretty really clean Dodge Ram 1500. Well, this past Monday, well, I guess Monday fucking days doesn't matter to you guys because I upload whenever the hell. Anyway, so a Monday of some sort in March, I was driving to a job interview, which it was like for part-time because I already have a full-time, but the job was for, I don't know if you've ever seen like funeral escorts, when people get on the motorcycles and they escort the whole like funeral people, like everybody who's a part of the family, they escort them to the actual like the graveyard, I guess. Well, I was going to a job interview to get that job, and the way the job works is they actually give you your own police interceptor bike, and whenever they have a funeral, you just hop on your bike, get in your uniform, and go, take them to the funeral or whatever. Let's make sure my drift is recording, because I'll be pissed if it's not. Okay, it is. We should make sure my mic's on, too. Alright, it is. Anyway, so you escort them to the graveyard. Well, I got ready, got my nice clothes, got my pearl snaps on, and my jeans, and my belt, and all my good shit. And I was going to, I don't know if you guys know Albuquerque, but I was going up Central Tramway. Right, I was in the left-hand lane, and the left-hand lane branches off to two lanes that you can turn left on a Central. Well, I was going straight up Tramway because going up to Montgomery, which you probably guys have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. Anyway, I was going straight. Well, the guy in the right-hand lane needed to take a left at the next street. Decided to come straight over into my lane and sideswipe the whole right side of my truck. Right? And then he started screaming at me, telling me that I'm at fault, that I came from the wrong direction, and that I was in the left-hand lane, I was supposed to turn when the left-hand lane and the right-hand lane both have straights. You're supposed to go straight in the right-hand lane, straight in the left-hand lane, and then you can branch off to turn left. Right, so he's telling me that then he lied to the cop, told him that I was trying to get in the right-hand lane. But he kind of fucked himself on that because I have video of, right after the wreck, I got out, took video of where my truck was positioned and where his car was positioned right after he hit me. So after it was all said and done, his car was in the left-hand lane, and he was telling me that it was my fault. And his passenger was like, well, you were driver, right? I was like, yeah. And these guys, I'm not trying to be like, I don't know, stereotypical, but they were Indian, like the dot, not the feather, which I have no problem with Indians. It's just like he was really hard to understand him. And he was telling me, so you were driver, right? And I was like, yeah, I was driver. He goes, okay, well, I was passenger. I see what happened. I was like, okay. He goes, you hit us. I was like, no, I didn't. I was going straight. And you turned on your blinker and came straight into the left-hand lane. You didn't see my giant fucking lifted Dodge Ram 1500, and you came right into my car. Well, the car that is trying to, blame it on me is a brand new car to them. It's already pretty busted up. Like, the back was fucked up, the right was fucked up, like, everything was already messed up on the car. The only thing that wasn't messed up was his left side of the car until after, and now it was all bummed up. I was like, okay, well, I don't know if you guys know too much about Dodge Ram 1500s. Seeing that it was an 02, I thought it was worth about $5,000 on KBB. Well, it's not. It's worth about $3,000. and I got an insurance quote to fix my truck for $4 grand. So I was like, well, shit. I mean, I have full coverage on my truck because I have a loan on it, which that was probably one of the biggest mistakes in my life. I had a 2012 Nissan Xterra 4x4. It was an amazing vehicle. It was just rocking. It was so cool. And what the fuck is that guy doing? Anyway, it was a rocking Xterra. I loved it, but I just got married and I couldn't afford the payments anymore because we just got a new apartment. And my wife didn't have a job at the time, so I couldn't afford the payments on the Xterra. So I traded it in for the Dodge Ram. Well, the Dodge Ram brought my payments down $100 and about another $150 off insurance, so I could afford it. But me being young and dumb, I didn't look at how much the truck was worth, so I paid $14,000 for it. Well, like I said, it was only worth about $5,000. So right now, seeing that this accident just happened like less than a week ago, well, actually, it's a week and 1 day now. I'm still waiting on the pollution report to get back. I have the money for the deductible if it was my fault, but there's no way. It's like pretty much me saying, like, right now, if I were to try to turn left on this car, that it would be his fault. And there's no way that's the case. And so, I'm just waiting for the pollution report to come back. And I have gap insurance on my truck, so I'm not really too worried about the rest of it, like $8,000 or $9,000 on the loan, seeing that I just got this truck. But the fact that, like, I'm just hoping that the Gap's going to pick it up. I've never heard of any cases to where Gap didn't pick up the difference. But if that's the case, I'm going to be really, really, really fucked because I'm going to have a loan for like $9 grand that I got to pay on and no vehicle. But if the Gap insurance does pick it up, we're planning on moving again in like June or July. So that's going to really suck because I don't have a fucking truck to move all our stuff anymore. So I'm thinking my wife's dad has a truck. He has a business. He does fencing, so we'll just use some of his trucks hopefully and be able to move all our shit that way. Use one of his trailers and whatnot. Oh, this guy's gonna cut in front of me and turn. Really, look, he's gonna stop and then he's gonna turn. Yep, stop and turn. Okay, yeah, fuck you. Anyway, and so what I'm thinking is if they pay off my truck, if the Gap picks up the rest of the loan on the truck, I'm just gonna not have a vehicle until, like, I don't know, winter. So it gets really, really, really fucking cold. And what I'd normally be paying on the truck, like $500 that I was normally paying on the loan and the insurance, obviously I'll just cancel the insurance, and then I'll just be paying towards motorcycle loans. I mean, I could get a shit ton of the R6 paid off, with that money, $500 a month on top of the $100 I already pay. That'd be killer. I'd have this shit paid off in, I don't know, I would have like $3 grand taken off by the time freaking winter came around. That'd be really cool because I already have, I need gas. I already have pretty good equity on the R6. I bought this 07 R6 with 5,000 miles on it. Well, it has 7,000 now for $4,800. So my loan on that is not that much, seeing that I'm still paying it and whatnot. But yeah, so good thing that a fucking Albuquerque driver, actually, seeing that they're not even from here, just a dumbass driver, doesn't know what he's doing. Like, look at this car. He's like right on the line. Anyway, hopefully, I mean, honestly, it would kind of be the best case scenario for me, for them to total out the truck, so I won't have a vehicle that I'm so upside down on, and I wouldn't have a vehicle, but then again, I would have that extra money laying around. So I'm just kind of just sitting and waiting until everything kind of plays through. The only thing that we're waiting on right now is a pollution report to file who's at fault. But there's no way that I was at fault when I was going straight. So we'll see how everything plays out. It just all kind of depends. What is this truck doing? Are you turning? Are you going straight? Well, I'm going straight, so going around you. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with my truck. Keep you guys updated. It's just, like I said, it's just a shitty situation. Any wreck is shitty. I'm just happy that it wasn't that bad, and I'm happy that my wife wasn't in the car, because that would have been, I probably would have gotten a fight if that was the case, because they hit me on my passenger side, and I don't know, just to put my wife's life in danger like that would really, 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 really get under my skin. So, yeah, we'll see. And when I get a new car, I don't know, I'm kind of looking to like maybe a sports car. Or like one of those new Chevy Colorados. The Colorados look sick as fuck. I think they look really, really, really good. Either a new Chevy Colorado, a WRX, or an ST. And depending on how much the Ford RS comes out in 2016 is what I'm looking at too. Because I want that all-wheel drive with that 300 horsepower. I wanted a Mustang, but I really don't think it's worth a buck. Like $46,000. Fuck that. So, yeah, it's in between a WRX, the Ford RS, or the Ford Focus ST. Or I'm looking for like a used 370Z. I would like one of those because you can get those pretty cheap now. I don't know. I have a buddy who has a hookup to Japan. And he said he could get me an R35 with a limited amount of miles on it. And I'd only have to pay like $2,000 shipping. And you can bring them here to the United States and register them as classics. So that's something that I really, really want to do, seeing that they're over 25 years old now. That'd be super awesome to be like the only one in Albuquerque driving around with the R35. The only GTR that I've actually ever seen here was one that came from Mexico itself. They shipped it from Japan to Mexico, got it registered in Mexico, and drove it up here. And the reason you can't really you can't register the regular ones here, other than the R36s, I think it's an R32. My bad. Is because the United States never did crash tests on them, so they're not safety rated. But if I got one, I would put Recaro seats in it, and I don't know, we'd see what I'd do to it, because it's kind of one of those things that it is 25 years old, so who knows, I might drop a different engine in it or something like that. But I think it would be really, really nice to have, because I could always sell it for a shit ton, way more than what I paid for it for. Because they're dirt cheap in Japan because they're 25 years old. But nobody here has them because they're technically not legal. But now that they're over 25 years old, these are R32s I'm talking about. Now that they're over 25 years old, it's pretty much game on. You can just register them as classics. So I'm super, you know, my options just really, really opened with having my truck get hit. But we'll see. I mean, if it doesn't total it out, that's going to be a really different ball game, because it's just going to get fixed, and then I'm still going to have my truck. And I mean, I'm still going to be able to pay the bills and all that shit. Like, no problem. But it would just be a lot cooler if I didn't. Oh, I'm rolling backwards. So, yeah, that's what happened, like, well, to you guys, it doesn't really matter, but a couple Mondays ago. Just shitty situation. Look at that red, dude. I just say shit is loud as fuck. And it's a box, ugly as hell. I don't know what they got going on. Oh, Albuquerque is a turkey who let me eat her butt. I don't know. But yeah, guys, if you like the channel, if you like the shiznit that I do, the stuff that I put out, feel free to like, rate, subscribe, whatever. I mean, one of my biggest videos that I have is Breaking Bad Los Pollos Hermanos. That's a really, really shitty video with a really, really shitty mic. So who knows? I actually might redo that this summer. Maybe this weekend. Who knows? Because the mic that I had on at that time was like probably one of the worst mics in the world. I got it for like $5. So back to what I was saying. Like my videos. Feel free to rate, subscribe, like, whatever. Let me know how I'm doing. Tell me I'm a faggot. Whatever. Ooh, look at that Porsche. Woo! So, alright guys, Anonymous out. Adios, amigos. Damn, they rushing a light. They rushing a light. Is it green? Oh yeah, it's green. I've been running red lights all day, every day.